Hey, boys and girls. It's time for Uncle Jay Explains the News. Now here's the guy who helps little minds understand big news stories, Uncle Jay.
Hi, boys and girls. Well, last week's episode came out just before all the big news about Osama bin Laden. I missed everything. So, this week it's all Osama all the time, especially since new information is coming out every day, and some of it is even consistent with what came out the day before. And so, Uncle Jay's news word for this week is veracity. It means believable and accurate and correct. And in the news, this word usually has other words in front of it. Because, the first details of a breaking story are not always quite right. And so here is everything we have been told so far about the bin Laden operation. When the Navy SEALs first arrived at the house, they came upon a large battalion of guards, one person, who they killed in the first minute, but who continued to fight for another 40 minutes. When they got to the third floor, they found Osama armed, unarmed, and using his wife as a shield, who was killed, not used as a shield, and Osama was shot, once in the left eye, once over the left eye, and once in the chest. The pictures of his death are very graphic and will be released shortly, never. Well, you can see why the veracity of this and other news stories might be questioned. Like the one about Osama bin Laden living in a cave? Turns out he lived in a fairly nice Pakistani neighborhood, but his house didn't seem to get anybody's attention, even though there were some unusual things about it. None of our Pakistani friends suspected that Osama might be in there. Well, another story with some rather fuzzy was the one about that dramatic photo. The one that was taken in the White House Situation Room of the Obama National Security Team. A lot of questions are being asked about what really happened here and about the environmental impact of all those cardboard coffee cups with a presidential seal printed on them. Many young people today don't know much about Osama bin Laden, except that since 9/11, the world has been forced to watch these same 20 seconds of video clips over and over. Thank goodness that in his house they found a stash of more Osama footage, and it's of Osama watching those video clips of himself over and over. Do you think he watched that? And did somebody shoot a video of that? Well, thank goodness we're rid of Osama bin Laden. And now the world is a little bit less scary. And that's a good thing. Especially during the month of May sweeps, when the news is already working extra hard to scare you. So it's good to know that he's gone. Well, there's no time for your questions this week, but keep sending your questions at UncleJayExplains.com. Check back every Monday when Uncle Jay explains the news. And remember, a great kid is great news.